Yo YouTube, what's going on, you legends? I hope you're all doing fantastic. And today I'm bringing a video that I am super excited to bring to y'all. It would have been sooner if I had it planned for a while, but that's exactly why it's took till now, because it's taken a little bit of planning. And today's video, guys, we're going to be covering every single weapon in XERA Survival, and from the most common pistol to the rarest, to a weapon that isn't even in the game. This video has cost me a lot of money and a lot to prep, but I am excited to bring it to y'all. So we're going to go through, it's not so much in categorized order like pistols, submachine guns. It's going based more on rarity, right? So the most common to the rarest weapon in the game. This is not based on actual facts, but I'm pretty sure it's not too far away. There might be a replacement somewhere in the middle of what's rarer, but it's not far off. So it does come from a good source, that this is from the common to the most rarest weapon in the game. What I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to show you how they shoot in third person, how they shoot in first person, the reload animation, and the inspection of the weapon. Alright, guys, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Thank you all for the support so far. I really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, leave a like down below, and leave a comment if there's anything you want me to cover. If you're enjoying XERA, just let me know, leave a comment down below, alright guys? But let's get straight into it, and let's start with the 1911 pistol. So the 1911 pistol, me personally, I hate this weapon. If anybody's been playing this game, and if you ever got to the quest where you had to kill 500 robots with a 1911, you'll probably understand why we don't like it so much. But here's the gun shooting in third person. As you can see, it's like a little pea shooter, and it only has 7 bullets in the cartridge, which, that's what makes it so rough, personally, in my opinion. It does shoot 9mm ammo if you go into your weapons. If you're a new player, if you hover over the weapon, it will tell you what its weight is for your GI, and to carry, of course, the condition of the weapon currently. So, because in this game you can repair weapons or they get destroyed. Damage of the weapon, the ammunition, the ammunition type it shoots, and how fast you can fire it. Okay, guys. So now let's go into the first person screen by pressing C on your keyboard, and then let's check out the reload animation. Not too bad, not too bad. And then this is it shooting in first person. I don't know how people can play like this personally, but I know it has a lot of interest, and a lot of people do. And now let's go into the inspect animation. If you hold F6, this will inspect the weapon. On my keyboard it's FN, so FN and 6 to inspect the weapon. So guys, that is the 1911 pistol. Moving on to the G17, it shoots 9mm. Now this, I enjoy this weapon. I do enjoy this weapon. So let's have a look how it reloads in third person and shoots in and sounds in third person. I enjoy the way this sounds. Sounds a lot better, and it obviously has a lot more bullets in the cartridge, which is also better, which makes it much better of a pistol, in my opinion. Alright, now let's jump into first person. Let's reload that. Very similar to the 1911. First person shooting, and obviously if I rapid click my mouse, you know, you get the idea. It kind of, these single shots, it all comes down to how you how fast you click your finger, or if you press X, and this is different with different weapons. If you press X on your keyboard, you'll see bottom right, I'm changing it from single fire to burst. Now you can do this with different weapons in the game, so let's check out the burst fire. Not bad, not bad at all. So yeah, the G17 is probably one of my favorites for sure. Now let's move on to the Deagle. The powerfulest pistol of them all, and the most rarest to find. Obviously, it's still not like a very, very, very rare weapon, but it's rarer out the pistols to find. Now, the Deagle is one of my favourites. Looking at that reloading in third person, I do enjoy the Deagle. As you can hear, it sounds a lot more powerful than the others, and it is a nice weapon to use pistol wise. So jump into the first person. Let's check out that animation. Very similar to the other two, if not the same. There's shooting in third person. It's got a kick to it, being a powerful gun, you can imagine. and that's how fast it shoots. But yeah, let's reload and let's inspect it. As I said, F6 to inspect the weapon. There you go. Now let's move on to the MP5. The first and probably the most common of the submachine guns. Now the MP5 was meta for quite a while here in Season 4. They have been doing a lot of nerfs. I think they've nerfed it twice over time. Because the MP5 was literally a laser. The damage, the recoil, everything. You'll see in a minute if I hold the trigger on. It barely moves. You know, it really is a laser. So let's check out that animation in first person, that reload. Let's do that one more time because I did miss it. First person shooting. I don't know if people can do this. I really can't. Yeah, let's check out that animation again because I missed the little beginning there. Yeah, and then this is the MP5. The most common submachine gun, probably one of the most common weapons in the game you'll find. And yeah, that's the MP5, guys. Now let's move on to the UMP. Probably about as rare as the MP5. Another common submachine gun that you can find in the game. Also shoots 9mm. As you can see there, it sounds a lot softer compared to the MP5. And just whilst we're on this, guys, when I say softer, it brought into my mind, you can find attachments in this game. So you can add suppressors, sights for first person, of course, extended mags and stuff like that. Alright, those are the only three at the moment, obviously, other than pistol suppressors as well. A lot's in the works, a lot more is coming eventually. But yeah, so let's check out this reload animation for the UMP. Nice, nice. Shooting in first person. And this is also one that you can put in burst fire as well. Yeah, let me just check whilst we're here before we cut to the next weapon. Yeah, and you can put the MP5 into single shot as well if you want to. So obviously you've got your automatic or you've got your single shot. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into the AR-15. Now, this is the first actual assault rifle going outside of submachine guns that you can find. This is definitely a most common one. You'll find these pretty much everywhere when you're getting started. You can put it in. This is only a single fire weapon. It's only a single fire weapon. Now, when I first started playing this game, I literally mained AR for a while. It's accurate, it's nice, there's not a massive recoil on it. So when you see players running from afar, this can be a very good gun. And then obviously as well, just depending on how fast you click your finger, that's what happens. That's how fast you can shoot. Let's check out that reload animation. First person shooting. Let's give it a bit of inspection. And guys, it all depends as well. Obviously, guns are going to look different depending on the skin you have. The skins that you've seen so far have pretty much all been pink. I'm pretty sure pink and purple and bits of blue. And that is the Twitch colours. You can watch me every day on twitch.tv/VitaMors. And probably 2 times a season in XERA, they do Twitch drops. And all you got to do is be lurking in the channel to be eligible to getting these skins. Alright, guys, so yeah, that's the AR-15. Let's move on to the AKS. The AKS, the AK-47U, 74U. Alright, guys, and this is obviously going back to a submachine gun, but it is rarer than the AR, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure everyone will agree. This got added about a month ago now, so it's a fairly newer weapon. It's just an automatic. You can't change the fire rate on this one. And it's a nice weapon. It is a nice weapon for sure. So this is the AK-74U. Let's jump into first person. Let's check out that reload animation. Let's check out some of the first person shooting. As you can see, there is a bit of a bounce. And now let's jump into the inspection. So that is the AKS, the AK-74U. Now let's jump into the Remington. And I've placed this. This is the only shotgun in the game as of right now. And I have placed this just after the the AKS, simply because the Remington used to be rare. But at the time of filming this video, they have done a lot of nerfs. They have dropped the respawn rate, so a lot more people can get involved with using the shotgun, because it is not many people use it, and actually up close, it is a very, very powerful weapon. It is crazy, but it's being how rare it used to be. It was never really used, so they are a much more of a common spawn now. So that's why I'm placing it just after the AKS. That's how it sounds. Yeah, so let's jump into the Remington reload animation right there. Bit of first person shooting. And of course the inspection. I might have to talk a little bit louder now because it has started raining, and as we all know, the rain in this game is very realistic and very loud. And I spoke to one of the devs, and the rain being this loud is actually, believe it or not guys, deliberate, because they want to mess with your senses. If you're out there in the world, you know, you've got to be more on your feet. If there was an option to turn down the rain, people would just turn it off completely so you can hear footsteps better and stuff. So it is actually done this loud for realism within the game. That's a fun fact for you all. A lot of people probably never knew. But guys, this is the Remington. And now let's move on to the next weapon. Moving on to the Mosin. The good old Mosin. Now there's some exciting things coming for the Mosin in the works. But as of right now, I really don't like the Mosin. It is brutal to use. Just the way it is currently. It's probably just as rare, a little bit rarer than the Remington. But as of right now, I don't like the Mosin. I really don't. It's become a meme in my stream. But hey, exciting things to come for the Mosin, and I am looking forward to testing it out more out there in the world. But yeah, so this is the Mosin, just a bit rarer than the Remington, I'd say. And let's check out this reload animation. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Jumping into some first-person shooting. It takes me back to the old Call of Duty days, like Call of Duty World at War. But yeah, guys, that is the Remington. Let's do a little bit of inspection on it. There you go. Don't have very good skin for it. But there you go. There you go. Let's move into the next weapon. Now, let's jump into the FN SCARH, guys. Now we are moving into the rarer category of weapons. The Mosin probably falls just below entering the rares, right? So the Mosin, the Remington, and maybe the AKS I'd put down as uncommon. Everything else before that I'd put down as common, except the Deagle may be uncommon. But now we are into the rares. As you guys know, you can open bunker events in the game, and the worst thing you can get in there is 3 scars. So we are, you know, and the bunker is the best place in the game to get weapons. So the SCAR is probably the commonest, rarest weapon in the game when you enter the rare category. You have single fire and automatic. Let's get it reloaded. You will see a lot of people running SCARs due to the fact that it is into the rarer of weapons, but it's a lot easier to obtain than most of the other guns. There's automatic, single fire. That one's pitched out, I think. There you go. So let's jump into the animation screen for the SCAR. Bit of first person action. And of course, the inspection. It's a pretty nice skin I got on it. I like it. But yeah, the first of the rarest. Now we're going into the rare category. So let's move on to the next weapon, guys. Moving on to the G3. Now, I like the G3. I am a fan of the G3. Single fire and automatic again. Remember, you can put silence on these. Silencers will reduce the damage. Extended mags, obviously, self-explanatory, you'll get a bigger mag, which, let's be honest, whenever you're PvPing, that's what you're going to want to be using. So let's jump into the animation screen. Some first-person shooting. And of course, the inspection. Now the G3 is definitely rarer than the SCARH. I wouldn't say a lot rarer, but it's definitely rarer than the SCARH. Being the second rarest gun in the game, I'd say. Like the second from last. So there's the G3, guys. Let's move to the next. Moving on to the newest weapon in the game. At the time of recording this video, this weapon actually only came out yesterday. And I would like to believe, and I'd like to think, after speaking to a couple of the team, I think I was very close to being one of the first people in the game to actually get this weapon. So, yeah, at the time of recording it, it came out yesterday. In the time of you guys watching it, it came out last week. But this is the newest addition to XERA, the newest weapon. Personally, I think it needs... The sound is a little bit loud. It's about to blow your ears out. But, yeah, I do like this weapon. It's a single shot only weapon. And I am looking forward to getting into some PvP action with it. The fact that it only come out yesterday, I haven't got the chance to use it in PvP yet, but I am looking forward to diving into PvP with this weapon. As I loved the AR for being a single shot only, and yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping into it. This is the reload animation. You know, being how new it is, it may need a little bit of tweaking here and there. But yeah, that's the reload animation, not bad. Single fire action. And of course, the inspection. So the newest addition, I'd say it's around about similar to the G3, right? I think it's a little bit rarer than the G3 at the moment, but only time will tell. I played for 8 hours, six hours yesterday. It took me to get my first one, and in that time I did get a couple G3s, so I'm basing it off that, considering how new it is to the game. Alright guys, so let's move into the next one. Moving into the Honey Badger. Now, the Honey Badger, I don't feel like it gets used too much, but I do enjoy the Honey Badger. I feel like the Honey Badger is overlooked. It sounds nice. This is without a silencer. It sounds nice. It fires nice. You know, it's got a bit of a kick to it, but I do enjoy the Honey Badger, and I would say it's rarer than the G3. You don't see Honey Badgers all that often. You really don't. So let's jump into first person. Let's jump into a bit of reload animation. I mean, the Honey Badger looks gorgeous as well, man. The Honey Badger really is overlooked, and I do enjoy the Honey Badger. And of course, the inspection. It really is beautiful. It really is beautiful. So yeah, that's the Honey Badger, guys. I'd say it's rarer than the G3A3 at this point, and the G3. Probably not by a mile, but for me personally, I think it's definitely rarer. And that being the good old M16. Now, the M16 for me sounds like a laser. I do enjoy the M16. I enjoy PvPing with the M16. It's definitely one of the powerfuler assault rifles of them all. It's coming in hot. It feels nice. It's looking nice. I've got a nice skin on it as well. I do enjoy PvPing with the M16. So there's the third person and the sound. Let's jump into a bit of first person. And of course the reload animation. And now let's inspect this bad boy. There is the M16, guys. Definitely rarer than the Honey Badger and the G3, I believe. Like I said, all these fit into a similar category. They're not miles and miles apart. But for me personally, on my experience over the last month and a half of really hammering the game and doing everything it has to offer, I do believe the M16 is rarer than the previous three. Like I said, not by a long shot, but definitely rarer. Okay, so let's move on to the next. And this one being the FN SCARH, the upgrade to the FN SCARH, the daddy, which another gun that really gets overlooked. It doesn't get used much at all. It is definitely rarer. You don't see these drop all that often, so it is definitely rarer than the previous weapons, but and more powerful. And I don't know why it gets overlooked and not used as much as it does. Another single fire and automatic weapon. Let's jump into some first person. I actually haven't myself jumped into PvP with this weapon, and for all the PvP that I've done, I haven't seen many people running this weapon either, so who knows where it'll go in the future. But this is the SCAR, the daddy of the SCARs, being the SCARH. There's the reloads, and there's the inspection. So let's get into, I believe, the rarer now, the rarer ones. Yeah, let's get into the rarest assault rifle in the game. Now, this being the daddy of them all, right? This is the rarest weapon in the game. I've only got 10 shots, so I've got to be careful. But this is the rarest weapon in the game. This is the daddy. This is the AK, the powerfulest assault rifle. Yeah. And it sounds as predicted. It sounds like an AK. So there's some shots and sounding in third person. There's some shots and sounding in first person. Sorry guys, I had to go pick up some more ammo there so I could show off the reloading animation. So we've done the shots, first person, third person. Let's check out the reload animation for the daddy of the assault rifles. There is the reload, and here is the inspection. And I recently did just hit level 100, so this is the level 100 on the battle pass skin that you get for the AK, which is the electric green. So yeah guys, this is the best, most powerful assault rifle, and definitely the most rarest. It is definitely, without the shadow of a doubt, the rarest assault rifle and the most expensive to buy on the market as well. So let's now move into the exciting ones, the rarest ones in the game, and hopefully we can cover this before it gets dark so you can see every detail. Alright guys, and that being the first one, the SVD. The first of the snipers, which, oh, you know, so yeah. The first of the snipers, I would say it's rarer than the AK, but I wouldn't say by an absolute mile. The AK is rare. The SVD is around the very, very similar area in rarity. But yeah, this is the SVD, guys. Automatically zooms in whether you're third person or first person, and obviously the fire rate there as well is you know, it's a faster one. It's like a Dragunov, right? So yeah guys, this is the SVD, and now we go into first person. It's the exact same when you move in. You know, it's the exact same as first person or third person because it automatically takes you into there. There's the reload animation. Pretty nice skin I got going on there for the SVD. And then of course, the inspection. So rarer than the AK for sure. Maybe by a touch. Alright guys, but that is the first sniper, and I'd say most players in their playtime will find an SVD from heli crashes. More common than anything else, and especially more common than the ones we're about to show. Alright guys, that's what I was meant to say. So let's jump into the next one. A nice one, and one that players do love to roof camp with and snipe into POIs with, and that being the L96A1. This is a bolt action, and just like the SVD, it will take you straight into first person when zooming in, as expected with the snipers, you know what I mean. The bolt action there, slower fire rate, a lot slower fire rate than the SVD, and this is the second rarest weapon in the game, guys. Hard to come by, you don't see them very often. Obviously towards end of wipe you will start seeing them a bit more, but you don't see them often at all. I will have a montage coming soon, and I might actually show off a recent raid that we did where it was a floating base, we blew it up, an L9 and the weapon that we're about to examine next both dropped out of the one chest, which was an amazing feeling. So this is the L9, guys. Let's jump in. Same as first person, same as third person when you zoom in, but this is what it looks like on the outside in first. Let's do a bit of reload for the bolt action. A very, very powerful weapon, guys. One shot in the head and 2 shots in the body, I believe. Yeah, definitely one of the powerfulest sniper in the game, the powerfulest weapon in the game. It truly is a beast. And here is the inspection. We all love to see the snipers, right? It's the exciting part. And now moving into the rarest weapon in the game, and that being the VSS VitaMors. Alright guys, and it is the rarest weapon and the most expensive weapon in the game. It's got its own ammo type, and that reason being, I'm pretty sure it still does the same as the L9. 1 shot in the head, 2 in the body, but it's the rarest and most expensive, of course, due to the fire rate. You know, just like the SVD, it has got that way faster fire rate. This one could be 3 in the body. I'm not 100% sure, but that fire rate allows you to get those, boom, 3 in the body a lot quicker than it would take 2 in the body for the L9. Alright, so this is the rarest weapon in the game currently, the most expensive to buy on the market. You won't see these very often at all. And a fun fact for y'all, I believe there is only, I think it's probably around 10 players right now with VSSs in the bases. Maybe less than that, 5, 7 that has VSSs in bases. Not sure how many in GOs, but I don't think there's many VSSs floating around at all. There's only ever, you know, between 1 and 5 on the auction house at one single time. So you don't see these very often, and it is the rarest, man. It is a big boy weapon. So there's the reload for the VSS. What it looks like in first person. And then obviously we've got the inspection of the VSS. So if you come by one of these guys, you have a choice. Do you want to hold it till end of season? And this is the same with the L9, the AKs, you know, the rare gear in the game, which we could do a video covering all the armor and stuff in the game. But do you hold it till end of season and then go out and enjoy yourself with it? Or do you just sell it for some big profits on the survivor market? What do you guys do? What would you guys do down below if you managed to cop one of these? My cousin, he's been extremely lucky in bunkers lately. He opened a bunker recently and he walked in, not even in a safe, on the kitchen side, on the cabinet side was just there a VSS. Easy million for him because, well, there's none on the market at the time. So, craziness, absolute crazy. So now, we're going into the interesting one, alright? We've covered every weapon that's currently in the game right now. And this one cost me a lot of money because it actually isn't in the game. This one got released by accident, I believe. And it is the P90. I believe there's only like less than 10 of these weapons actually in the game. They added it on accident. It needs a lot of work. It's not finished. It is unfinished. But like you said, a few players did manage to get one when it got released by mistake. So it's not actually in the game yet. I believe they have plans for bringing it in next season. Like I said, it needs a lot of work, but let's check it out. So this, I won't have enough to reload it twice, I don't think. So let's check out the reload animation first. Which actually isn't that bad for an unfinished animation, right? This is the shooting. Not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, it needs work, but this is the P90, guys. Look at that. It's just flat at the end. We've got 1 bullet left, so let's make it count. But yeah, it's just got nothing to look down. It's just a line. There you go. We got the headshot. So that is the P90, guys. It is unfinished. Just a fun little add-on that I wanted to show y'all. That's the inspection. It's unfinished. It got put in the game on accident. You know, less than 10, I believe, managed to actually get one. And this gun actually cost me more than a VSS. I actually got a VSS from a raid, but this gun, to show in this video, cost me 780k just to show you. So I'm hoping I can get at least 700k for it going forward, just to get me money back. But that is the unfinished, not officially in the game P90. I just feel like it'd be fun to add. You may see it in the next season. But yeah, that is everything, guys. That is every weapon in the game. There is all the ammo types. And I hope you enjoyed this video. For new players, current players, players that have never seen a VSS in action, an L9 in action, people that didn't even knew the P90 and the fact why you might have seen one on the market. You know, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I've been really looking forward to doing it and showing every weapon off. I appreciate you all for hanging out. It's been fun. As always, guys, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, leave a like down below. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of the video, what you want me to cover and all that good stuff. Fam, it's been fun. I hope you made it this far. As always, God bless, take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.